Welcome to Inside the Huddle. I'm Taylor Brown, joined by Muskingum women's soccer head coach, Dani Gunderson. Coach, thank you for joining the show.
Thank you for having me today. I'm excited.
All right, so Coach, just to get things started, your team played 19 regular season games, whereas in the spring you had a shortened season. Talk to me about what was it like getting back to that normal playing schedule?
Yeah, I think it was great for our team to be able to have some games before conference play, to learn a little bit more about ourselves and gain some confidence in different areas. We were able to get a couple wins before going into conference. We were able to put some goals away as well. And I think we were able to learn a lot about ourselves rather than just jumping right into the tough part of our play that we have throughout the season. And last spring, being able to having to just jump straight into it, I think was a tough thing for our team itself. But being able to have the full season this past fall was exciting. I know we have some growth that we still need to do, but it was still good for the team to see what it felt like to have a full season under their belt.
All right, so a milestone for you. You got a shutout win against Bluffton, 3-0. What did that mean? What did that win mean to you and the program moving forward?
Yeah, I think the win meant a tremendous amount to the program, and myself included. Yes, I think it was huge for the team to see all their hard work finally come and having that success on the field. We've done a lot of tough things in practice, and we pushed ourselves day in and day out, and a lot of individuals stepped up. I think it was a huge team win. We had a few injuries down before that game, and even one that came during the warm-up, putting in people in some situations that they had to just jump and be prepared for. And I think that just, again, speaks towards our culture and what this team is all about, that each and every one of them put their entire effort into that game to come away with a 3-0 shutout. And I think that was huge. That was exciting. And at the end of that game, I know everyone on the team felt elated and felt that success and realized their hard work actually does pay off once in a while.
And that's really all you ask for as a coach. I mean, you want your best 11 out on the field to, they want to win, you want to win. So that's awesome for the program that you guys got that 3-0 shutout.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of offense, freshman midfielder Morgan Meisel, she led your team with 8 goals and 17 points, which she basically put her name in the record book. How would you describe Morgan's impact she had on the team?
Yeah, Morgan's a special player. Like you said, you talked about her stats there. I think, obviously on the field, it speaks for herself when she steps out there. She puts her entire heart and energy into every single game and every single practice that she can. But I think more importantly, it speaks towards her character. She's a type of player who is constantly asking us coaches, what can she do better? How can she work harder? What more can she put into this? And bring the team along with her. She is a team-oriented athlete, and for her to just, to have that success on the field, again, speaks back towards all the mental toughness that she's able to put into everything and all the hard work that she puts in and day out to not only push herself, but push her teammates to really, improve our play as a whole team as one. But yeah, she's pretty special.
So not just Meisel, but let's talk about freshman goalkeeper Abby Carstensen. Both her and Meisel received all OAC honors. What does that mean, having 2 student athletes honored by the league? And basically, it's going to move the program forward.
Yeah, I think that was huge. I think that's just a starting point for this program. I think, for those 2 to be noticed by not only us as coaches and their teammates, kind of helping them and showing them that they are capable of being there, but having other coaches on our conference actually seeing that and respecting them enough to vote for them, and being able to realize that they are they are valuable, and they help our program. But I think it goes back to our team, without our team pushing them in practice and them pushing their teammates in practice, then it wouldn't shine in the game. But I think it is a starting place for this program, and really, I just can't wait to see where those two and the rest of this team can go in the future. Because, again, being as two freshmen, being recognized is huge, and they have 3 more years to just get better and better. And I think they will, because they put in that work. They are leaders, and they want this, Muskingum to get better, and they want to see that end result, at the end of the day.
So what are your goals for the team in the off season?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I'm excited to finally have a traditional spring season with this group. None of our returners have had a traditional spring season, even our juniors, because of COVID. And so, we're going to be able to work on those, whether it be the individual goals that each player wants and to get better, being able to have that a little bit more one-on-one time with them. And then more importantly, our team goals. I think having such a young team that has not really been able to do a lot of face-to-face culture things for a long period of time. And I think that is still something that we want to work in and day out on. And so when we come back next semester, we're diving right into working on our leadership skills, and working on, that culture part of our area, because again, that's what's going to drive our success. And then coupled with it, once we start those spring practices, then that's when we can dive into the soccer things. Because we know there's some areas that we want to improve on, because we did not have the record that we wanted to have this past fall. But again, I'm just excited to finally have a traditional spring season where we can focus more on the individual goals that then create those team goals for ourselves.
Absolutely. So, Coach, we're going to move from the field to the academic success. Talk about the program and what it does to be successful off the field academically.
Yeah, as a program, we truly feel academics are number one, with soccer being a very close second, right? We want to be competitive and we want to win. But, at the end of the day, we want our athletes to come away with a great degree. That's why they come to a school like Muskingum, that they want to be able to have that good education and be able to go on to whatever that next step in life is, whether it's a master's program or a job, right away. And we want to help support them in whatever shape or fashion. And our team, actually, they're the ones who created a goal for each individual to have a 3.0 or higher GPA on this team. And so as the coaching staff, we want to support that. And my assistant coach, Coach Jensen, does a lot of work with them. And she's done some great work this past semester with study hall and staying on top of making sure that our athletes are, staying a week in advance of their papers, or really preparing for the test, or helping them find tutors, anything that she can to kind of help them. But I think more importantly, our athletes truly care about it. They want to have that 3.0 or higher. They want to be one of the top academic teams on this campus. And we absolutely love that. And we want to support it in whatever shape or fashion that we possibly can.
That's awesome as a program to be able to agree on academic success, because you are right. I mean, after soccer, you're going into a career. So That's really awesome that they had that goal. And then finally, the BHWC is scheduled to open in the fall of 2022. The facility encompasses athletics, academics, and health and wellness. What will that facility mean to the women's soccer program?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited for that facility to be finalized. I mean, just looking out my building and being able to see every week a difference, and every different part of it is motivation itself to really drive and get there. It's gonna mean a lot to this program. The obvious thing that it's gonna do is, we all know Ohio weather can be tricky sometimes, right? So to be able to have a surface that we do play on, a turf surface inside, to where we can lace up our cleats still and still get our same touches in that we would if we were outside. It's just going to really jump our program on the soccer side even more. And then, what we do a lot in our practices and even in the weight room is injury prevention. And that diagnostic level, I think, is going to be amazing for all our athletics programs, but our program itself, to make sure that we stay on top of that injury prevention as much as we possibly can, because that is important to us as a program. But like you said, on the academic side, it's going to be huge. Again, I think it's going to couple with what we just spoke about, being able to maybe give us some different spaces for our athletes to go in and study, and different facilities for, the labs and things of that nature that they are going into, that a lot of our athletes are a part of those majors themselves, is just going to be great. And I think the overall experience for our student athletes are going to be, and just the population itself of Muskingum is going to be enhanced. And I think for our program, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. It's right around the corner. Christmas is going to be again in a few months, right? So for everyone to really just enjoy and be a part of that, it's just going to be a very fun experience to have.
All right, Coach. Well, that's all I have. Thank you for joining us inside the huddle. I hope you and your coaching staff have a happy holiday, and I appreciate you coming up on the show.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me, Taylor. We wish the same for y'all as well.
Thank you.
Bye.